Hey, what's going on, guys? So this video is going to be sent to a few people, but the major people that it's going to be sent to is LG as well as Rogers. Now, um, as you can tell by the title and by the description if you've read it, this video is going to be focusing around the LGG3. Now, I'm going to turn it on here, and you should hopefully right away see what the issue is. Can you not go up here during this? Sorry. But yeah, you should be able to see what the issue is with this hopefully soon. So essentially, I'm just going to give a little bit of background as to my experiences with LG so far. So I got this phone a few days after it launched. I believe it was August of 2014. And it worked fine for a few months. Now, after, or not for a few months, for like a month, just over a month, everything seemed to be working, and you can already tell it happening here. The screen is unusable. Now, I want to see if I can quickly turn up the sound all the way. And it is turned up all the way. So, anyways, as I was saying, I got this phone right as it launched, about 6 weeks after I got it. There was a Wi-Fi issue. The Wi-Fi would disconnect after a few seconds, and I called LG and they said, oh, do a factory reset, and that did seem to fix it. So that's one factory reset. I lost all my data that was saved until that point. And a few weeks went by, everything was going fine, and then that issue with the Wi-Fi happened 3 more times in the space of a week. And it was horrible. So after a few factory resets, it went away after the update to Lollipop, I believe. So you can tell how many times it was happening. And then after that happened, everything was going fine. And then about 8 months ago from now, the battery for this thing actually went out. It stopped working, so I had to go out and spend $90 out of my pocket for a new battery, which seems to work for it, and everything was working fine. Now, about 4 weeks ago, another issue happened, which you already saw at the beginning of this. Sorry for that, but that you saw at the beginning of this, where the screen flickers. I'm going to quickly get into this. Turn off my Wi-Fi so I'm not getting constant notifications from Twitter and everything. Sorry about that. But you saw at the beginning of this how it's flickered and then turned to black. Now, if I go into here, turn the brightness all the way up, it's kind of difficult to see on camera, but the screen is, oh, there we go. So it's off. You can see that I'm still able to interact with it. Double tapping the top puts it to sleep as if the display was on. Now, the issue is that happens, that constantly, as you can see there, happens again. Now, if this was just me or something like that, it wouldn't be as big of a deal. I'd go out and I'd buy a new phone or fix it, or get this one, actually send this into LG and get it repaired. But doing a little bit of research, and I'm going to leave a few links in the description, this is a very, very, very common issue with this device. I've seen thousands of people with this issue on this phone. Not strictly the Canadian version. I've seen T-Mobile. I've seen all the other versions of this phone, including the international version, that have this issue. From what I can tell and from what other people are saying, it is caused by the motherboard of the device. And another thing, I've never dropped this phone, never got this phone wet, never done any of that stuff. This phone is in perfect condition all the way around, and unfortunately it's not covered by the warranty anymore because it is so old. And that's where the other issue comes in. So this phone cost me, I believe, $600 up front because I got it unlocked. With Rogers, yes, but I got it unlocked. So $600 up front, plus around $70 to $80 a month, plus tax on top of that. The total, I looked into it, is well above $1,600. Okay, so it's between $1,600 and $2,300 depending on how you look at it. So $1,600 as the lowest number here is a lot of money to have paid and to still be paying for, because I think I still have a few months left on the contract, to still be paying for a paperweight, a brick, essentially. Because while it does function at times, let's see if I can get this a little bit better here. While it does function, it doesn't function very good. So what I'm going to have to do now is when I get my laptop working, what I'm going to do is I'm going to transfer all the data from this onto the laptop and do away with this phone, essentially. Probably. We'll see. The other thing that I would really like is just to have LG or somebody either fix the phone, send me a new phone, or repair the motherboard, because this is unacceptable. Especially because it is such a common issue. It's straight up unacceptable. There's no reason that a flagship phone, should be essentially a time bomb. And the reason that I say this is there are lots of people, especially now, that are starting to have this issue after owning the device for almost 2 years. It's a problem with the motherboard. Clearly, LG is refusing to do anything, from my knowledge, about it. People might say, oh, just send it into LG, LG will fix it. That's not the case. I've spoken to a few people who have sent this phone into LG multiple times and have got things back saying, oh yeah, it was repaired. We repaired the LCD unit, we repaired this and that. No one's ever repaired the motherboard, by the way, to my knowledge. At LG has repaired the motherboard. They say, oh, we repaired this, oh, we repaired that. And as soon as they turn on their phones, the problem's right there. So LG doesn't even bother to test it. And it's ridiculous. There's no reason that something like this should be happening to a $600+ phone. It's completely unacceptable for something like this to happen. And I mean, it does function for short periods of times, okay? I'm not going to say, oh, it doesn't function at all. It does seem to function randomly. There are a few fixes for this thing, which include taking the whole back off, putting paper under and everything like that. I haven't tried that yet because what's the point, right? Especially if there is still a chance LG could fix this. It would be great if they did, but honestly, I highly doubt that at this point. But yeah, I know this video was kind of not very focused, but the point is, a device that costs as much as this one does, $600+, should not have multiple issues that lead to a complete unusability of the device. Really quickly too, I'm not sure if anyone's actually going to stay through this whole video, but really quickly too, for those who do, hopefully LG, the reason that this is so important to me, this device in particular, is the current situation I'm in. I'm in a situation where I have a few people, I can't go into super specifics because it's still ongoing in court, but I have a few people who would like nothing better than to cause harm to me, and this thing on me has saved me multiple times simply by pulling it out and recording and saying, hey, I'm recording you. And the actual recordings go to law enforcement, all this stuff, and it's helped me quite a bit. It's not like I can just go out and spend another couple $100 on a new device. It's not like I can do something like that. So the fact that this is now a paperweight and this doesn't work is stupid. And it's a necessity to me for my safety and for the safety of my family and everyone around me, just to have something like this that works. So yeah, that's everything that I wanted to talk about. This video went way longer than I was expecting it to, but I mean, honestly, there's no reason for something like this to be happening. There's no reason LG shouldn't step in and say, hey, we'll just send you a new device, or hey, we'll swap your device for a new one, or something like that, when it's 100% an LG problem. This problem did not arise from any drops. This problem did not arise from any user misuse. This problem arises solely from LG's faulty motherboards or faulty testing, faulty Q&A, etc. And that's what caused the issue. So anyways, that's everything that I wanted to talk about here. LG, if anyone watched this from LG, please respond. Let me know via email. I'll leave my email in the description. I'm really trying to get this to cause an issue again, but for some reason it's not wanting to cooperate with that. But as you saw in the video a few times, it does decide not to work at random, essentially. But yeah, so that's everything that I wanted to talk about here. I'm really hoping that somebody from LG decides to reach out and say, hey, we'll send you a new motherboard, or hey, we'll send you a new device, or something like that. Or, even somebody at Rogers steps in and says, hey, we'll just replace the device. But it doesn't seem like that's going to happen. So anyways, I just really wanted to step in and say all that. I really wanted to just get it out. I know I did a video like this before, but anyways, really do appreciate everyone watching this. Really do hope there's a solution found. I'll keep you guys updated on what happens. However, honestly, I highly doubt anything's going to happen. I'm probably just going to have to go out of pocket again and buy a new device. But anyways, thanks for watching, guys, and have a good day.